Welcome back to the Legend of Heroes Trails Beyond the Horizon, where today we want to explore and talk to the people.
Performing search.
And just a disclaimer, because I actually record this because I noticed in my original recording, I don't know what's wrong with my voice, but it sounds really scratchy. I don't know if my voice was off or my microphone. Anyway, Senior Officer Minster. Oh, aren't you the kids the CID briefed us about? Well, my manners, welcome to Basel, the Calvert Republic's very own engineering city. Our security measures were overhauled following last year's major incident, so rest assured that these streets are as safe as can be. I hope you find your stay a relaxing one. You may spot Aerospace Force personnel around as well, on account of a proving ground that was set up outside the city for Project Startaker. They seem to be the cream of the crop at a level of excellence even we can plainly see. No doubt they play a role in maintaining the city's security.
Let's search around. Shard searching.
Did I just see another one? I thought so, but apparently not. I'm glad I came on this tour and all, but putting my feelings behind me is about as difficult as you'd expect. How weak-hearted can I be? Imagine if he were here right now. The exasperated face he'd make. I think I recognize this lady. She's a police officer who was dating Evan on the guild's Erastion branch. That said, until he was killed in action by Armata. Probably won't be anything close to easy for her to get over something like that. Yeah? Ah, there you go, talking to myself again. That just shows how badly I'm still wrestling with my emotions. Katarina went out of her way to recommend this trip to me too. I need to move on and reframe my mind. We even have the quest from her in Daybreak 1, where we had to stop her from getting herself killed by attempting to take revenge. Langport's booming with a space craze too, but Edith and Basel are where the real action's at. Apparently even workshop tours are popular now, if they're advanced enough. Our company can't just sit on its hands over this. We need to secure some contract and keep up with the competition.
Let's search around.
Basel's about more than just cutting-edge technology, breathtaking canyons and the local traditional cuisine, for instance. It's our fondest hope that tourists and visitors alike enjoy all that the city has to offer. The most top-of-the-line hotel in Basel. This is where we were meant to stay yesterday. Seems like we'll be taking care of us reservation cancellers tonight anyway, though. Right, Professor Hamilton and them won't be able to accommodate us after they leave. We'll see.
Let's search around.
That's Professor Cronkite. Burn Company stocks are soaring.
Oh, I forgot to ask, Professor, where are you headed next? Back to your research base in the east, maybe? Now, though the delay it will cause to my work does concern me, I still wish to watch for a launch in 2 days' time. I'm thinking of paying an old acquaintance of mine a visit as well, now that the opportunity presents itself. Ah, that's so. Any long-time acquaintance of yours must be a very remarkable person in their own right. I wonder about that. Ah yes, regarding Alfred's notes to her. I prepared them for you at the observatory, so do give them a look when you feel inclined. Oh, thank you so much for going to all the trouble. Alfred, does she mean your grandfather to her? The former Imperial Museum director and one of, if not the greatest astronomer of Erebonia, right? Yes, as a matter of fact, he visited Basel's observatory 15 years ago. Though we'd already known each other through a certain someone else long before then. You don't say. Sounds like there's a fascinating story there, from a historical perspective. Instructor mode activated. It is his specialty subject, but he does treat a fine line between historical and hysterical. Well, let's not unpack all of this right here. I'll tell you guys about it later, okay? In any case, I'll be praying that your exercise this afternoon bears fruitful results. Feel free to make use of the observatory once it's over and done. Okay, thank you very much. You take care now, Professor. Yeah, we will probably visit the observatory later.
Alright.
Looking back, I've been through nothing but horror story after horror story recently. My dismissal late last year, Nemeth Island, that dream coup d'etat. Still, I like to believe that those experiences have all shaped the person I am today. Stomaching a little adversity or two is child's play in comparison now. Seems life hasn't been too kind to him. This dream you spoke of, do you suppose it must be the same thing I experienced last spring? The crisis that could have been. Oh, I wouldn't have guessed Mr. Towson remembered it too. Elaine told me about that. Sounded like more of a nightmare, really. Still, Arkwright and his crew managed to work it out, from what I hear. The crisis that could have been, though, huh? I doubt it's related to us getting invited here, but let's keep it in the backs of our minds, just in case. For the time being, my plan is to watch your valorous displays on the proving ground. The new model you'll be confronting is a product of unparalleled genius. I look forward to seeing how it fares. Hello everyone and welcome to Verne Company headquarters. We've been instructed to provide you with nothing less than premium treatment. Could I interest you in a tour of our building's general access area? Or one of our other activities perhaps? Oh, we wouldn't want to put you out. But getting your digits now, that would interest me. As for other activities, how about dinner tonight? Oh Crow, your mouth seems to be writing checks your body can't cash. Try to have some decency before you get our invitations revoked. Here we go, what a couple of squares. The Panther's the same as ever. Tell me about it. None of you are nervous in the least, evidently. Though I imagine the timing of these exercises at the odd proving ground still raises a fair few concerns. At any rate, I'll be extending my support to the absolute utmost. Best of luck to you all.
Let's search around.
In short, we'd like to push the delivery date on those aforementioned components forward. We may be under the same Verne umbrella, but that is a bit of a high-handed request, don't you think? Running our manufacturers on what should have been days off will necessitate a 10% increase in compensation at the very least. It's the least you can do if you want to be prepared for the inevitable post-space program boom. Always a savvy negotiator. I'll talk it over with headquarters.
Alright.
I must ask, well, that project of yours is still designated as confidential, yes? Will they be declassifying it now that the AF and Project StarTech have been made public? Yes, well, about that. Truth be told, apart from it being top secret and built to order, I'm not privy to any details. Good. Can't talk to either of them anymore. This is the Dread Powder Company's new drink. Next time you need an energy boost, just gulp some down and see the results. Basel sure is bustling these days, just another byproduct of the space program, I suppose. It's no wonder we've been flooded with domestic and foreign inquiries for Verne-related loans. We at the Bank of Edith ought to capitalize on this golden opportunity.
Performing search. Running a search.
Oh, are you by the chance Erebonian? So I don't mean to be rude, you just have that air about you. Speaking of the Empire, it's your orbital railways as we know them when they're born. Your network stretches across the entire nation. It's been a dream of mine to travel by train wherever and whenever I want someday. And I guess nothing is stopping me from achieving it now that the political climate's cooling down. All the Republic's railways are managed by Ventos, a Verne affiliate. They're deeply involved with the Transcontinental Railroad Corporation as well, albeit not quite as much as the Empire's Rhineford group. In recent years, they've even been providing rail cars to the three cities. Come wait with us sometime if you get the chance. We'd love to hear your feedback as Orbonians.
Running a search.
That guy loves his trains. Welcome to the Motor Pavilion. You bunch strike me as car enthusiasts, am I right? Here you can view the newest models from Calvert's 4 major manufacturers. We frequently hold automotive events and such as well, so keep an eye out and enjoy your visit.
Also available for your cruising enjoyment are Orbital bikes and the newly released.
As it happens, there's actually a special event on the schedule this very evening. We have to get the preparation sorted out soon. Oh, you're the folks who were here earlier. Well, are ingots great or are they great? If you like, I can rattle off a rundown on each of our sports cars for you. In excruciating detail, of course. His enthusiasm is substantial. I'd love to settle in and listen, but we don't really have that kind of time. At any rate, the Lino booth's gotten pretty popular in its own right. That Orbital scooter variant in the spring was one hell of a dark horse. Even on the sales end, they're an unstoppable roll. Not for long though, if you can help it.
Shard searching.
Isn't that scooter adorable? It's a hot new thing with women too. As far as accessibility goes, those big Orbital bikes just can't compare. If that doesn't charm you, the affordable price point will. True enough. Plus, you can apparently still operate one with only a standard license. Is that curiosity I'm hearing? Naturally, our lineup of Orbital cars offers the same convenience and ease of handling. Yes, here at Lino we provide vehicles for people of all walks or drives to enjoy. Providing safe and accessible private transport to people of all walks or drives. That's the Lino mission statement. If you have any questions, ask away. I'd be more than happy to take them. Your exercise is slated for this afternoon, Miss Head. I'll be expecting a showdown for the highlight reels. But for now, I need to do some previews of tonight's proceedings. What, you got something besides covering a joint exercise going on later? Trade secret, my boy. But the rumors are out there if you know which rocks to look under. I've secured some unrivaled collaborators too, so hold on to your seats and stay tuned. Suddenly, I'm extremely concerned. Well, it doesn't seem to be related to the exercise, so let's not dwell on it too much. Yes, and then bang, they take it to the stage. Between here and Farmer, we'll be making waves from 2 different angles at once. Even outside the pretext of inspection, I'm genuinely looking forward to the upcoming exercise. Whose strength will prevail in the end? The state-of-the-art assault frame of a battle-hardened Panzer soldier. Truly, does it stir the wide-eyed poet in a man? If you give it everything we've got. The resemblance is even more uncanny when they say, he and Prince Oliver truly are cut from a similar cloth. And I think you would love to hear that. It's been quite a while since my last visit to Basel. Perhaps the director and I could engage in a bit of sightseeing during our time together? As for the upcoming exercise, I expect a most thrilling bout out of you. I have high expectations for this afternoon's exercise. One could consider it a symbolic gesture of fellowship between our 2 formerly warring nations. There's still some time beforehand, so use it to prepare yourself sufficiently.
Welcome to Basel Motor Pavilion.
Running a search.
Oh, you bought the latest supplements? Health conscious ever, huh, Mr. Wang? I'm planning to use this too as an opportunity to test out everything each of our stops has to offer. These seem different from our everyday Eastern botanicals, so I'm eager to see how they compare. That's exactly the way I'd expect you to enjoy a vacation. It gets me wishing I had a unique angle to tackle this trip from too. No need to self-depreciate. I'd say the perspective and know-how you bring are plenty interesting. After all, you're mainly participating in this as a means to broaden your horizons, no? I guess that's true enough. The aim is to learn new things to apply my pursuits, both on and off the clock. A little confidence will go a long way with that. We're here from Langport as part of a nationwide tour. I tagged along with Old Man Wang in hopes of learning new things and broaden my horizons on the road. It was only after the fact that I realized my childhood friend was taking part too. I wonder how I didn't notice until the day off. Still, the trip will be funner for it. Once I learned they were putting on a tour of the Republic in these thrilling times, I sprang for it right then and there. It's my greatest wish to spend the remaining years of my life in good trim and good fun, you see? So a grand affair like this is one I can't afford to miss. Living it up in
Shard searching.
the Twilight years, huh?
Performing search.
Alright. This place has so many daily necessities they should call it an over-convenience store. That's what kept me coming in day after day, and one thing led to another and I got hired part-time. Might not be a professional like Luz, but I'll back her up like it's my life's work. And I think I remember you having a crush on her. Welcome to Cerise Drugs. We carry a range of products including those from mammalian pharmaceutical companies. Speaking of which, part of the industry is supposedly involved in the development of a new energy drink. Its active ingredients are said to be backed by solid evidence, guaranteeing its effectiveness. Which is exactly why I suggest taking care not to overdose on it.
Have your eye on. Thank you very much.
Which is probably a good idea.
It all hinges on how the Major and her assault frame perform.
I've been wanting to tour around Calvert for a while now, but I didn't expect to do it for an actual tour. There's so many different cultures all inside these same borders, and every one of them is worth a look. My dad's gone to whole other countries to own his skills though, so he's probably seen things twice as impressive. Just thinking about it gets me raring to travel abroad pronto. But anyway, this is Basel, huh? Just think of all the orbments being sent out to the world from here. And that's not even getting into the contributions we're making to the space program right now. It makes my heart swell a little having the chance to be here in person. My work's been a total frenzy ever since Project Startaker was announced. I guess we are a home appliance manufacturer though, and being a Verne subsidiary means you have a hand in T-phones too. This could be my chance to beef up my resume. Time for me to buckle down.
Let's see.
Are you involved in microwaves, perhaps? There was an issue we had recently. I brought all the kids from my neighborhood along on this tour. They seemed to be absolutely beside themselves, much to my delight. Well, I must say the cityscape had even me astonished at first sight when we arrived. But that's neither here nor there. So long as our little ones can look back on this fondly, I couldn't ask for anything more. Jet over there had a rather unconventional home life. One thing led to another, now I'm looking after him. That he could come along and enjoy the trip with his friends brings me no small relief. And so, yeah, wait, you're from Messeldam, from the second game, from Daybreak 2. Wow, it's so pretty. This place is totally different from Messeldam. Oh, what's it over there? Let's go take a look, you guys. Hey, I said not to run too far ahead of us, Cody. Jeez, you're ever not a handful? Psst, that switch coming from you, Jet. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Exactly what it sounds like. Who's the one who got so excited for this trip that he couldn't sleep a wink, huh? How did you know that, you nagging shrew? I'm not nagging or a shrew. Sheesh, moving in with Granny Angela hasn't changed you one bit. You guys are always such good pals. Now, come on, let's go see what's over there. So this is Basel. Maybe we all got to come here together. Jet won't admit it, but even he was super excited. Wee! I can't wait for all the places we're going to see. I'm really glad Jet wound up coming along with us though. And his home situation's sorted out now too. Hopefully gets him looking more on the bright side. guess I'd never have gotten to go on this trip at all. I was still living with my butt wipe of a dad. I really owe Granny Angela for that. And I even got to come with my friends. It's a lot to take in. Good for you, boy.
It was ripped right out of the future.
Best
With
of luck
someone?
on today's mock exercise.
Research someone. Coolidge. I'm in charge of connection testing for Prometheus 4. The satellite that was launched the other day. With it hanging so far above the ground surface, communications latency becomes an unavoidable issue. But wait, what if we could utilize that latency as a means of measuring distance? This might be of use in land surveying projects. Maybe I ought to propose that as my next research topic?
Let's see.
One of Prometheus 4's intended tasks is surveying East Lemuria, so we're collaborating with that end of the continent as well. Utilizing orbital wave latencies for measurement taking might be something we can make a reality in the future. I mean, it might work. Care for some space-themed merchandise on your Basel sightseeing trip? With a launch just around the corner, you want a good souvenir to remember it by. So this is Basel's tram system. Is it amazing, Emily? It's completely different from Rastian's. This one has card authentication and cars that fly through the air. Oh, compose yourself, Nelly. This is nothing the guidebook hasn't already told us. But said, must we write it here now? Why not have a bridge instead? Emily, don't tell me you're too scared. It's okay, I hold your hand nice and tight no matter what happens. Don't be preposterous. I'm well within my rights to be wary of a new first experience. This side of her is just too adorable. I could have sworn this girl was a touch more reserved. Or perhaps me would be more apropos? Ever since that singing competition, she changed dramatically, as all weight has been lifted off her. Don't you say there's anything wrong with that? I rather prefer this more organic Nelly. Amalie and I had our little misunderstandings before, but ever since clearing them up, we've been the most inseparable pair of pals in our entire music academy. And now I get to see these hidden sides of her. Who knew she was so adorable underneath? For future reference, some aerotrams restrict usage according to the rank of one's certification card. Your A-rank cards, however, will grant you access to most of the city's facilities without charge, so please feel free to board at your leisure.
Running a search. Please, take your time.
What? Orbital microwaves are sold out again? This store is operated by the Verne Company itself, yet even their enormous selection can't manage to keep them in stock. Nothing else for it? I just have to buy the latest handy home appliances the moment they hit the market. Making weapons out of microwaves are full of spine-chilling ideas. This whole mess only reminds me that dangers like these are just part of a package when it comes to technological innovation. I guess it makes organizations like the Tech Union all the more essential going forward.
Shard searching. Shard searching.
This new movie theater is so nice and clean.
Oh, are you the ones we were contacted about? Yes, you're a member of the Epstein Foundation's local branch, correct? Chief Plato said she would pass word of us along herself, just to be sure. Right, that she did. Welcome to Basel. You can find the Foundation and ZCF in the building behind me. If anything comes up during your stay, just let us know. We'll do whatever we can to help. That's reassuring to hear. Thank you very much. Up until last year, our relationship with the Verne Company had grown cold due to the exclusion of the Foundation. But thanks to ZCF's, or rather the Tech Union's mediation, joint research between us is resuming. You're all involved in Project Startake, I'm told? They didn't get too in-depth with me, but I wish you the best of luck.
Shard searching.
But we still can't actually enter the building. Software company, Epstein, Zeiss. Roughwood office, so probably a lawyer or something. Glass doors. Welcome. If you're looking to buy or modify weapons, this is the place. My mom's here visiting right now, but you can just ignore her. Oh, Carter, always a weapons nut. And yet, you don't have a chopstick to use on yourself. Guess that part of you never changed, either. I know I don't look it, but I've got some clout as an engineer now, so cut it out with a babying. Anyway, did you finish your business in Basel, Mom? You came to pick up some custom-made parts, right? Well, better than see my sweet little boy on the job. Now we've done both, it's probably about time to get my butt back to Anchorville. No reason I can't tour Aldor's new plant before that, though. There goes Mom's factory fanatism again, and she says I'm the one who never changes. That reminds me, I hear Marduk's newest armaments are starting distribution. Yeah, they've hit the market with another lineup made from the latest tech. One particular feature are these new frames that were designed using Holo AI. I knew I was right to ask you first.
Let's search around.
Let's see, maybe I'll browse through their custom handguns part before I go back to Edith. Alfie, good to see you again. Patrolling around Basel with a force crew before you, a big exercise, huh? Alex told me you guys are doing proxy work with a Spriggan too. Something like that. Getting back to the capital already, Gay? Yeah, on top of my original liaison duties, I've been here helping out from last night to this morning. Hopefully it made a difference, even if it wasn't for all that long. It's hardly the only city going through it lately. But Basel's issues are a whole different ballgame. So from how things looked when I stopped by last night, I'd say you made yourself pretty useful. Glad you think so. If being here for less than 24 hours had that much of an impact, you must be one outstanding bracer. Enough to land senior status in just a couple months. Hit a few bumps in the road along the way, but now he's got people out in the provinces leaning on him too.
Let's see.
I've been in Basel on liaison duty since yesterday, but Edith needs me back over there soon. Sorry I can't be of any help to you guys, but you've got my support for what that's worth. Grace comes such a long way, since it was basically running amok in the first game.
All right, let's begin.
Can't actually fish here.
Care to stop by for a breather?
Hey, welcome to my locally acclaimed roaming cafe. I set up shop wherever my heart takes me, so there's no telling if we'll ever cross paths again. That means this meeting could be a once in a lifetime. How about cherishing it like one with a nice brew? Professor Cronkite's favorite roaming cafe. After several visits, I'm starting to get a feel for where it sets up shop. Now what if I made an app that tracked it? I bet the student population would go wild for that. Wait, is that you, Miss Tower? Long time no see, Elijah. Looks like you've settled into Basel from top to bottom. I guess, yeah. It's fun being surrounded by so many walking sources of inspiration on the daily. You must be another Aramis Academy graduate? That school really pumps out the best and brightest, just like Force. This roaming cafe idea is pretty novel. Getting a drink feels extra special after you finally managed to track it down. That's maybe why a tracking app might not be the best idea.
All right, let's begin.
Because it kind of ruins the fun. Hey, Jess. For my next song, how about... yeah, that's a good theme to work off. What I want is to move forward, to weave my words together from a new point of view. Isn't this man the singer-songwriter who made it big in Crossbell? Yeah, his name is Jess. He used to be active here in Calvert, though. Things were going well for him in Crossbell from what I heard, but I guess he made his way back at some point. I'm thinking of putting out my next song soon. I've been traveling cross-country to help me brainstorm. After all, some things just won't come into view until you widen your horizons. It's poignant, really. And as it turns out, I really do see things from a wider perspective now. Not like before, when I was afraid no one would ever understand me.
Let's search around.
Running a search.
President Grandma does nothing short of remarkable, bring such a massive undertaking to fruition. Up until now, traveling to space was a notion no one took into serious consideration. And even if they had, it would have surely taken them decades to realize. I've little doubt that all the researchers and engineers on Project Startaker are brilliant, but our president may just deserve a lion's share of the merit.
Let's search around.
So this is Basel's Artisinal District, huh? Heard a lot about the place from Vilenkov, but it looks to be even more of a hidden treasure trove than I was led to expect. Oh, honestly, can't you forget about work for one day of your life? Oh, always putting back to earth. Still, when I gaze out at this age-old red brick cityscape, well, it gives me a hankering. A hankering from some age-old red wine, that is. You reckon Basel's anything of the sort? Now, dear, everything in moderation. You have an awful habit of losing yourself when it comes to fine vintages. Do I? I'd say it's only normal to buy a set of 3. One for storing, one for drinking, and one for spreading the good word. My husband can be something of a troublemaker, but he's also well versed in a plethora of subjects. It makes for a delightful travel partner. He'll always take the lead in historically vibrant locales like these, teaching me this and that as we go about together. Even if we didn't know a thing though, I'd still never get bored. The man is the keeper one way or another. Just the sight of this age-old street gets my inner antiquarian all revved up. Even outside that niche, the place has a lot going for it. I have to be a fool not to dive in head first. I think this is the first time we see his wife? Or at least make a connection between them? And we've arrived! Welcome to Basel's famous Artisinal District! The craftsmen here are highly regarded for their traditional techniques, which have been passed down and kept alive since the Middle Ages. Also popular is the locale's historical atmosphere, due largely in part to its many brick buildings and chimney-dotted skylines. Wow, Langport's first ward is a historical neighborhood too, but it doesn't look anything like this. I can almost feel the locals' burning passion pulsing through the air itself. Well, as far as creative fire goes, yours could stand with the best of them, Meishin. My antiquing senses are picking up on some noteworthy finds just ready to be stumbled upon. Well, I'm glad to see you're also enthusiastic. You'll have some free time right after this, so go ahead and take a look at whatever catches your eye. Oh, but while I still have your attention, let me give you a rundown on some personal must-see spots from my last visit here. Our tour guide really is having a ball. You can tell this is more than just a job tour. It's a lot like how you get when you're in the kitchen. Yeah, Melissa's found her job. This district must have been using the highest quality ovens and cooking appliances for ages now. And then you have a state-of-the-art orbital burners and fridges they're probably developing here. It gets me wondering what sort of regional dishes were forced in it. I knew it would. Your chef's soul never goes on vacation, even when you do. It's nothing so grand. Just want to enjoy the local cuisine is all. Though of course, if I happen to gain any insights along the way, then why not put them on the test in my own cooking? Oh, imagine what you could whip up with their techniques. It will be flavor perfection for sure. Oh yeah, young Fu came along on this tour too, right? Yes, much to my surprise. Maybe I should strike up a chat with him later. What is it? Nothing. The culinary in me is dying to learn more about the ovens and cookware they have in the Artisinal District. That aside though, I really should go strike up a chat with Yongfu later. We both live in the same world, but life is so busy lately that there hasn't been much chance to talk. What better time than now? Youngfu's been friends with my big sister since they were little. Them ending up on the same trip was a complete accident, but they might as well enjoy it together.
Shard searching.
Are you hoping they end up together?
Seriously impressive technology.
Shard searching.
I don't know what to do.
Performing search.
The Bracers. I have to say though, I never expected to run into the Empire's heroes quite like this. Speaking as a behind-the-scenes collaborator during the Great War, there's something poignant about it. It's an honor for us too, getting to meet others who were under the Radiant Wings banner. Zin mentioned after the fact that the Guild's Calvadian branches deployed a lot of manpower in particular. I see, so we were among them? Yep, I rolled out to provide what backup I could to the immovable in them. Every Bracer past a certain level of seniority is expected to contribute in some fashion or another. Actually, coming here myself really hammered that home. Everybody was hustling on every front you can imagine, plus some you can't. It gets me thinking Zin's stories back during the prince's wedding might have undersold you guys. Well, compared to the immovable, what we managed doesn't amount to much. But be that as it may, fate brought our paths together, albeit under totally different circumstances. The world is moving in big ways right now, so let's all do what we can to the fullest. Although Basel played a big part in the space program, it's not nearly as crowded as Edith or the Long Lie. Owing to that, the police and guild have been perfectly capable of containing the situation. As long as we don't get another major incident like last year, we'll be fine, so rest easy and enjoy your stay. People from the aerospace force have been getting permanently stationed here in Basel recently. They're not on bad terms with the guild and they do their part maintaining public safety and handling miscellaneous troubles. But they've also put on a wall of sorts between themselves and the rest of us. The dividing line is pretty apparent. It's as though they won't allow any outsider to tread into their territory, so to speak.
Let's see.
I know I've already slipped some of our monster extermination work your way, but on the whole, I'd rather not take too much focus away from your upcoming exercise or whatever other business you might have. That said, you guys have proven yourselves more than dependable. We're all too happy to join hands in times of need. The Orbital Rocket Independence 2 was designed by Professor Young Cronkite. Its predecessor was a ballistic missile that Professor Cullen had been working on. But Professor Cronkite changed from single to two-stage, upped the output to its limit and employed that new formula discovered last year. Essentially, he used every trick in the book it took to brute force us away into outer space. I had to handle manufacturing the injector nozzles for the record, so you can bet I'm knocking on wood that it pans out. I had a hand in the orbital rocket's construction, and so the launch 2 days from now got me waiting with bated breath. Well, that and I just remembered my son taking his final exams at the Institute of Science right now. He likes to talk a big game, but whether he's backing it up is anyone's guess. It's enough to put any decent father on edge. Hiya, you guys tourists? Doesn't seem like you're staying with us, but you're welcome to relax and grab a bite to eat. My sister's cooking is pretty popular around here. She's kind of a free spirit though, so don't expect the menu to stay how it is for very long. My sister's something of a free spirit. As for one who cleans up after her messes, well, you're looking at him. Our online reservation and delivery systems are her brainchildren, but it was me who stayed up all night building it from scratch. That's what I'm saying, all the workshops are tied up with Project Startaker. Between that, the booming economy and orders pouring in by the dwarves, no one wants to take on our jobs anymore. The sun's high in the sky, yet here you are, down in your cups, Mr. Product Procurement. Now, drink up, there are times when all the hard work in the world doesn't amount to much. Oh, fellas, Have another round with me, will ya? Don't become an alcoholic, Barnaby. It's a privilege to officially make your acquaintance. Discreet for my part in the Retributive Tower incident was, I cannot help but feel a sense of camaraderie through it. Our circumstances at present notwithstanding, it would be lovely to sit down and chat in the near future, should the opportunity arise. I've heard a lot about Force. Getting to meet you all here is an absolute honor. Me, I'm employed as a researcher at ZCF and Libel. Lights had my back in more ways than I can count. But personally, I'd be thrilled to work more closely with you all too someday. This little face of Pokel is just part of her growing up. From that perspective, it's even more endearing. Professor Concrete basically passed custody of her to me, so keeping watch like a proud holocore parent is something I'm only too happy to do. Thank you all so much. Welcome. Basel may be the city of engineering, but did you know about its delicious local cuisine? Take our nuss torte or nut tarts, for instance. The recipe varies between families, so comparing them from place to place can make for a fun activity.
Let's search around.
Performing search.
I'm a traveling engineering consultant. Up until just last night, I'd been out in Anchorville on a business trip. It's a provincial city, but right on the outskirts is this massive logistics center. Supposedly, they'll be using the same management system as Vern's manufacturing plants. Gets me itching to put my expertise to work.
Running a search.
Shard searching.
Nope, nothing here. Let's avoid now. Maybe later.
Performing search.
Whew. Really piling on the work.
Let's search around.
Adios. Protect us.
I was appointed to Basel without so much as even a basic grasp of the sciences. So having to listen to academics and artisans talk about outer space only leaves me feeling mystified. Just the other day, the children at Sunday school asked me about artificial satellites. Clearly my studies need brushing up on. My apologies, you came to worship, not hear my troubles. Let's offer our prayers to Hades above. Project Startaker at long last managed its sight beyond the skies. Opinions among the clergy were many and varied, but at this stage, all that can be done is accept the progression of science. If nothing else, the will of a church is unified now.
Running a search.
That's incredible, boss. I can't believe you got to work on the rocket's metal fittings. Why didn't you tell me about it before, though? Because of one thing you've got and two you don't. Loose lips, restraint, and an attention span, in that order. Well, just look at you right now. What happened to owning your craft? But at this point I can crank out perfect bolts down to the exact micro-reggae. See, here are the ones from yesterday. We get a lot of orders for this size, so I made 1,000. In a single night? No, just... Oh, these dimensions aren't too shabby. Just about ready to shift gears. Bolts alone only cover half a battle, so move on to nuts and get practicing. Yes, sir. So if I make 1,000 nuts, you let me see the rocket up close and personal, right, boss? You should be so lucky, you putz. Focus on owning your craft first. 1,000 balls at this level of precision? The boy's only setting is at 11.5. Still and all, my little protege is really starting to make himself useful. The artisans of Basel out in full force assisting the space program. I'd be right there flexing my chops at this cast side. We're only 10 years younger. Harder to resent those rickety old bones for refusing to cooperate.
Running a search. Running a search.
Now's the time to put our spirit as Basel craftsmen to work.
Remote controlled cars. It's so fast, even faster than yesterday. I want to race RC cars too when I'm older. I tweaked my cutie mobile's counterweights, so get ready to eat her dust tonight. As if you're going down later, darn it. Look at that, RC car racing is a big thing in Calvert too. I don't think it's all that common, but it makes sense for two kids in the heart of the automotive industry. I ripped the heck out of my car until it could finally beat Milia's. But now she's doing tune-ups like crazy too. I'm sick of always coming in second, darn it. Anyway, apparently there's some kind of event going on in the pavilion today. No way I'm gonna miss it. I'll ask Millie if she wants to come too. Oh, are you a guest of honor from the Empire? They said you'll be taking part in a mock battle over the proving ground, so I'm more excited than words can describe, and if I could take a look at your pants sold out sometime after, that would make my whole week. Sounds like expectations are riding high. Try not to disappoint then, I sure won't.
Space exploration, a likely option for the
Outer space, properly defined, refers to the expanse beyond our atmosphere. That's to say, the area outside the layer of gases that envelop the surface we live on. Or to put it even more simply, everything above the sky. A building of that, there are two different types of satellites. Those that hang in the atmosphere and those that hang in space. Prometheus 4, which we launched in May, is the first to fall into the latter. All the ones up until then fell short of breaching the atmosphere, going instead into VLO, or very low orbit. I tell you, it's a heck of a hurdle shaking gravity off enough to break free of the atmosphere. If it weren't for those new orbital rockets in Zeku's facilities, we wouldn't even have a prayer. Take it from us pioneers ourselves. Humanity is about to set foot in a world never before explored.
No need to be shy now. Come again. What would you like? Come again.
Next up, we have our music.
Good. But I think we're through. No, there's one guy more.
Performing search.
The Basel Institute of Science is currently conducting its final exams. It's a fine opportunity to earn some supplementary income as a proctor. However, down the mining gallery we just passed here lies slime molds that can only be seen at this time of year. How could anybody expect me not to go sample collecting? Should lend me the red this month, but who gives a damn? Right, you were that guy who loved mushrooms. But now we are through. And that would be it for this episode already. And the next time, when we actually go in... No, in the recording I did the Grim Garden after, but in the release of the episodes, we continue the main story and go to the Ort base. Good. And the next time, I'm Mace and don't get lost.